Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how to make this, just a very simple little ottoman tray that we have sold nearly, gosh, I can't even keep track anymore, over 700 of these. I know we've made over $20,000, well over $20,000 now. If you follow the channel at all, you know that I had done a video on this previously. I got a lot of comments on how we were doing it wrong, or how it was cheap, and how we should do it this way, or should make it for scalability. So I redid the video and I did it a little bit differently. So if you're interested, this is just proof that anybody doing any dumb little simple, craft can make a pretty sizable amount of money on Etsy with very little tools and very little effort. So this right here is proof of that. If you don't believe us, you can go to our Etsy channel, or our Etsy page, where the sycamore grow, and you can see that we have indeed sold, like I said, I can't remember the exact number, but it's probably well over 700 of these now. So if you're interested, keep watching and see how we make these trays. Oh yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the little bell icon, and thanks for watching. Alright, so right here, first of all, I'm going to apologize to all of you for my voice, which sounds like I have a frog stuck in my throat. Anyhow, right here I'm just cutting the side pieces, or what will end up being the side pieces, to length. I first cut the long sides, and right here I'm cutting the short side. These two pieces will eventually be ripped down to 2 inches wide. Right here, I'm just using the two side pieces as a spacer to cut my bottom boards. They sit inside the short sides, so they're 1.5 inches, or exactly 2 side pieces less than the total length of the tray, long, to be precise, which is why I use them as spacers as opposed to measuring, because then I get a perfect fit. Here I'm ripping the side pieces down to the 2 inches like I mentioned before. So right there are my 4 side pieces. Here I'm just gonna start assembling them. I always try and find the best looking sides and face them out. If there's any defects, sometimes I can hide them behind the bottom boards. Glue them up and brad nail them in place, and yes, I realize this is just a butt joint. However, it's super simple and people love buying them, and as long as people like to buy them and are willing to pay money for them, I'm willing to keep building them very simply and cheap and sell them. I have never had anyone tell me that they've gotten theirs and it's broken or anything like that either. So although they are not constructed, with I don't know, box joints or mortise and tenon or any other kind of fancy joint, just a simple miter even, I've never had any issues with them falling apart. Right here I'm just giving it a quick sand. Just like to knock down the edges. I'll go through and I'll hand sand the corners to kind of knock those down as well, give them just a little bit of a round over. But here I'm just smoothing everything up. This is just knocking down those corners like I mentioned. I used to spend a lot of time filling with wood putty all the tiny little nooks and crannies that you'll find in there. Right there you could see that bottom board just didn't quite fit, so I'll run it through the joiner and take a little bit off, and I'll keep retesting until I get it to fit. As I was saying before, I used to try and fill every little nook and cranny with wood putty, and I come to realize that that was a total waste of time, and people didn't care anyway. So I stopped doing that, and that saved a tremendous amount of time. Once again, it's just giving it a quick once over. I probably spent a total of, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 minutes tops sanding the different components of the entire tray. It's all pretty quick. If I have everything already set up and ready to go, I could put together cut and put together one of these trays in about 10 minutes. So here I'm just brad nailing it in. Those bottom pieces are not glued at all. I just brad nail the short ends, and then the one side that touches the long side gets nailed as well. There is nothing connecting them on the bottom side, connecting them to one another. I've had people tell me I should be doing that as well, and again, I've built over 700 of them this way, and I've never had anybody complain that the bottoms have fallen out or that they're getting loose. If there's a reason for me to change it, I will, but so far I have not found that that's been necessary. So again, simplicity is just fine in this case. So there we've got it all put together. A lot of times I'll blow it off the air compressor. I don't do a wet sand. I don't go up to 180. Everything is either sanded to 120 or 150. I blow it off the air compressor, and away I go with the stain. I don't do a pre-stain conditioner. I just go at it, and in all honesty, people kind of like the look that you get on the pine without doing the conditioner. You got kind of the different tones of the wood and different spots. It's kind of supposed to have that rustic feel. That's what people tend to like, so that is what I do. Again, the whole point of this video is to just also show that it doesn't take a tremendous amount of effort to make something that people want to buy. When we initially started this, we figured we'd sell, a few here and there and make an extra buck or two, and we found out that it turned into a whole heck of a lot more than that. And so if you're contemplating doing something, my advice would just be to go ahead and do it. You'll never know until you try. This just gets one quick coat of spray polyurethane. It's satin polyurethane. These are cheap Hobby Lobby handles. They go on sale, 50% off, about every third week. I think we get them on sale for $1.50 a piece. Normally buy 100 or 200 at a time. And you may ask, why aren't you using a jig or something for repeatability to make this easier? And my answer to that would be because they don't always come the exact same length. Sometimes I find that some are 1/4 of an inch longer than others. So I just found it's easiest to measure and eyeball them almost, and it doesn't really take that long. These screws are simply 5/8 inch. I believe they're number 6 or number 8. I honestly can't remember. I couldn't find them in black when I first tried to do them, and so I spray painted them black, and that is what I have done ever since. So those are just regular Phillips head screws, 5/8 inch long, that I've spray painted black. Again, very crude, very simple, but I just use a little punch to poke a hole. That way I can make sure my screw finds the exact location and I don't accidentally bump it out of alignment. Alright, and there is the finished tray. Nothing special, but people will spend 60 bucks on one of those plus shipping, so in some cases that's 80 bucks or more. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully, if you're on the fence about giving it a try to make something and sell it on Etsy or wherever, this kind of the encouragement or whatever that you need, that anybody can do it with any old simple little craft. So there it is. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to see the old video, it's up here in the corner. And again, thanks for watching.